Yo, what's up, bro? Stoked Tang, out here in Palau. If there's one message or one statement I could leave to you guys, I would just make it this. If anyone's willing to listen. First off, you have to be different. You have to be yourself. You have to be that unique person that you are. Because nobody's going to respect the person that tries to copy other people, that tries to use the same habits, the same life, live the same life as everybody else. You know, we all have our imperfections, our flaws. We're all a little different in some way. That doesn't make us worse or better than another. We're not better than other people. In some ways, we like to say we're better. In some ways, we like to say we're worse. But honestly, there's no way to compare yourself to another person who's lived a completely different life, who's lived a completely different lifestyle. You know how easy it is to compare yourself to another person just for what they have, just for the life they've been brought into, just for the accomplishments they've achieved. It's easy. It's easy to say, oh, why did this guy have this and not me? But comparison is the thief of joy. It's not only that. This isn't the only message of just being yourself. Oh, that's so simple, Simon. Why don't you break it down, Simon? It's just, but, you know, why would you try and break something down to be easier to understand when it literally is that simple? You got to just be yourself, neglect others' opinions, and then move on your own lane. You don't have any other competition in your life, except for the person you are today, compared to the person you are tomorrow. There is literally no competition here, okay? You don't want to be better than other people. You don't want to be better than your friend, your best friend, the best competitor in real life. No, stop comparing. You're not here to live for the worldly desires. You're here to live for our Creator. You're here to compare yourself to the man you were yesterday. Now, no matter where you are going to feel something somewhere. Now, what I mean by this, comparison. You look at another person with a Lamborghini. You look at another person with all the riches they've ever had. You look at another person with all the faith that you so desperately want. You look at another person with a significant other and your heart just melts. Trust me, you're not alone in this. Every person compares themselves. To look at this guy with a wife of 9 years when I can't even find myself a girlfriend. Look at this guy with a Lamborghini and a boat when I can't even get food on the table. That's how you lose yourself. That's how you lose your connection with God. When you fall in love with the worldly pleasures, when you fall in love with the applaud, the congratulations, the clapping, when you fall in love with what you have in life and what you get and what you accomplish, you forget the meaning of life. The true meaning of life is to give to others. The true meaning of life is to praise your Creator. The true meaning of life is to the extent of many things that all make you feel like a whole person. There are some things that you might do that make you feel less. Those are the things that you know you shouldn't be doing. Those sins, those bad deeds. You have the gut feeling that this is not good. Yet, we are tempted. Yet, we fall. Yet, we sin. Now, don't get me wrong. You can't always be perfect. But I know what you can do. You can always try to be better. You're never going to be a perfect person, a perfect man, a perfect woman. You can only be the person you are and be a little bit better every progressing day. Now, one thing that I like talking to myself about, that I like mentioning to myself is life isn't all about creating new habits, about all adding the new stuff into our life. It's not about adding, I have to wake up at 5 a.m. I have to do 6 workouts a day. You don't have to keep adding and adding and adding and adding. First step you need to do is start removing. Start lowering the time you have on social media. Start lowering the bad food you consume. Start lowering the amount of curse words you say. Start lowering the amount of bad deeds you create. Stop lowering the amount of times you get tempted by other people on social media to compare yourself and to look at them through with lust. These are things that you should remove before you can add something in your life. Before you can add a habit, you have to remove the bad ones. Because you won't have space for all the new habits if all your old habits consume your time, consume your love, consume your soul. Don't forget that sometimes even my phone falls. That doesn't mean you can't pick it right up. Doesn't mean you can't repent. You have time. It's never too late. You have time to get rid of those old habits. You have time to save the time you have. You have time to help your family. You have time to praise the Creator. You have time to say it's not over yet. It's never over. Your life is never over unless you stop breathing. You're literally here, right now, in this moment. Is a moment you can change. Is a moment you can move. Is a moment that you have things that other people don't have. Are my words something of motivation or something that you hear every day? If you hear the same thing every day, just maybe it's the right thing. Maybe all these people that are talking about the same thing are saying that same thing because it's worked for them. Just maybe, if you trusted me, trusted somebody in the words that they're trying to portray, just maybe you will help yourself. Truthfully, I'm not in it for the views. I'm not in it for the subscribers. I'm not in it for anything. Honestly, I chose to change my life in a different direction. And I choose to spread awareness. I choose to spread the love. I choose to be that creator. I not only want to influence you for the good, but to influence you to be a better person for others. To be another protector. To be an influencer of yourself. You know, you can do it. Sometimes you just need a little push. Sometimes you need a little motivation. Sometimes you need a little bit of the words of wisdom. You have to completely reroute what you're doing. You're not in it for anything. You're not in it for the applaud. You're not in it for people. You're in it for yourself. Now switch this merry-go-round around and choose yourself for the time being. Choose yourself. Because you are somebody different. You know that you are that person. That's all I have today. I hope something helped you.